Ever get that feeling, when a quote just kind of hits you, sticks with you?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Today, we're diving into some of those quotes.
Those real impactful ones.
From the one and only Socrates. Talk about leaving a mark on history. This guy was all about making people think. Even thousands of years later, his ideas, well, they still pack a punch, you know?
Absolutely.
So we've got a collection of his greatest hits, these little nuggets of wisdom. Let's unpack them, see why they still resonate so strongly today. What do you say?
I'm game if you are.
Perfect. Let's jump right in with a quote that's, well, it's a bit strong, to say the least. Ready for this? The unexamined life is not worth living.
Whoa.
Intense much.
Straight to the point, that's our Socrates. Always thought-provoking, always a bit dramatic.
So what's he really saying here?
He's calling us out, in a way, saying, hey, don't just go through the motions, don't just exist live.
Deep.
Socrates wants us to be active participants in our own lives, to reflect on our values, our choices, really what matters to us. He wants us to understand ourselves, truly understand.
So no cruising on autopilot. Got to be present, engaged.
Exactly. He'd argue that blindly accepting things, never questioning, well, it leads to a pretty unfulfilling life, don't you think?
Definitely.
He wants us to dig deeper, challenge assumptions.
Yeah.
Ultimately, figure out what makes life meaningful for ourselves. And you know what?
What's that?
That looks different for everyone. That's the beauty of it.
Makes total sense. Now, there are a few quotes you sent over about knowledge and ignorance, for that matter.
Right.
Things like, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing.
Oh, I like that one.
And there is only one good knowledge and one evil ignorance. Sounds like Socrates was, a lifelong learner.
Absolutely. But for him, knowledge, it wasn't just about racking up facts, it was about constantly questioning, always seeking truth, and acknowledging the limits of your own understanding.
Humility over arrogance. I like it.
Precisely, which actually connects to another quote you had in the doc. Let's see. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel.
I like that one too. Very poetic.
Socrates believed true learning ignited curiosity. It sparked a real love of learning, not just stuffing information into your brain.
It's about sparking that inner drive to keep discovering.
Yes. He wouldn't want us to just memorize facts. He'd want us to question, explore, connect ideas for ourselves.
Okay, gotta admit, this next one made me chuckle. By all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher.
Yeah, right.
Did Socrates have something against marriage?
Well, his wife, Xanthippe, she does have a bit of a reputation.
Oh.
Let's just say a bit fiery.
I see.
But the quote, as funny as it is, it points to a deeper belief of his. See, he believed challenges, even in our personal lives, can lead to profound growth. And, let's be honest, wisdom.
So maybe a roundabout endorsement of marriage.
Perhaps. He's acknowledging those inevitable struggles of life. Whatever they may be, there are opportunities for self-discovery.
Now we can't forget the classic. Short, sweet, to the point, know thyself. So simple, yet so profound.
It's his whole philosophy, summed up in 3 words? It's incredible. A lifelong journey of self-discovery.
And a journey worth taking.
Absolutely. Understanding your values, your motivations, your place in the world. It's a big task.
It's incredible how these quotes, centuries old, still resonate with us today. What's your biggest takeaway from diving into Socrates?
For me, it's that timeless invitation. An invitation to live a more examined life, a more intentional life. He reminds us to question our assumptions, embrace our ignorance, use it really as a starting point for growth, and never, ever stop seeking knowledge.
He's like the ultimate life coach, even all these years later, encouraging us to think for ourselves and ultimately lead more meaningful lives.
The original thought leader.
He is. So if Socrates were to pop in for a chat right now, just out of the blue.
Oh, wow, that'd be something.
What one question do you think he'd challenge us to ask ourselves today? Something to think about. Until next time.
Drop it in the verse. Stoic mindset, let the lessons disperse. All cruelty springs from weakness, that's the start. In the face of strength, let the passion impart. Enjoy present pleasures with a foresight gaze. Balance the now, don't let the future waste. Yeah, he who is brave is free. In courage we find the shackles of fear we leave behind. Cynical flow, virtue gain profound. Stoicism, deep wisdom all around. Stoic vibes in every line. In the quotes of life, let the lessons shine. Don't suffer more than needed. Cynic got it clear. Face the storm when it comes, don't be scared. How does it help to be more the strife? In the rhythm of life, don't seek out strife. It is not the man who has too little but craves true wealth and contentment, not what enslaves. Yeah, let us say what we feel, let speech be true. Harmonize with life in everything you do. Cynical flow, virtue gain profound. Stoicism, deep wisdom all around. Stoic vibes in every line. In the quotes of life, let the lesson shine.
Profound truth. In the passage of time, find the fountain of youth. While we wait for life, life passes by. Seize the moment, spread your wings, let your spirit fly.
Cynical flow, virtue gain profound. Stoicism, deep wisdom all around. Stoic vibes in every line. In the quotes of life, let the lesson shine. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Seneca dropping gems, unlocking unity. The greatest blessings within us and within our reach. Content with the lot, lessons of wisdom preach. True happiness is to enjoy the present, so true. Without anxious dependence, let the joy accrue. Wherever there's a human being, be kind. In the threads of compassion, unity bind. Seneca flow, virtue gain profound. Stoicism, deep wisdom all around. Stoic vibes in every line. In the quotes of life, let the lesson shine. Cynical wisdom echoes in the rhyme. Stoic rap anthem, standing the test of time. In the echoes of ancient philosophy, Seneca's lessons guide, set your soul free.
They said endeavor is going to be the overriding factor that makes a difference.
You know, people need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform. You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There is no 5K. There's no, I'm going to get into school to be this or that, and still perform to the highest level. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I need.
Use pain as a fuel. Imagine if you could use the pain as a passport. Imagine if you could use the pain to push you, to condition you, to prepare you for the stages and the rooms you got to walk into and the tables you got to sit at and the stages you have to stand on. What if the pain could make you better? What if the pain could build muscle? What if the pain could cause you to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster? What if the pain could help you? What if all pain isn't hurt, but it's help?
We're built to walk uphill. And when you reach the pinnacle of the hill, you want to stop and appreciate the vision, but the next thing you want is a higher hill in the distance, because it's from the uphill climb that we derive our value. And I mean this technically. So
positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Nicomachean Ethics. This statement defines happiness as the ultimate goal, attainable through virtuous action and fulfillment. If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered.
Every day is a new day, a new opportunity to get better, a new opportunity to achieve more. Jocko Willink.
She was struck. So it was like me and my mom. And so it was a lot of just me. So when you're waking up every morning by yourself, getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see a 1 minute, video of me running these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see what they deal with every day. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be here. Because every day, even though they're the best in the world, that little girl 7 or 8 years old is still in there saying, "Oh man, you don't have something. Man, we're not good enough. I shouldn't be here." So you're always fighting that motherfucker. Even though you beat it, you never truly beat it. And you get up early and all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to. You may have a best friend you're going to. But there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kinds of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. So you have to be quiet in your mind. Get away from people. We love being around people. We love talking. We love partying. We love all that. It's okay to be alone. It's also okay to be unhappy. I put my phone away. I put it away, and I go dark. I go dark a lot, and it's because I have to find out. I'm on a journey of life, and we all have a different journey. And I want to be in my pine box, and I believe your spirit lives forever. It has to. It's too powerful. No way in hell that thing just dies when you die. I want to be able to look back on my life when I'm all dead and be so fucking proud of myself forever. This is all temporary.
All parts of the world, all things I mean that are contained within the whole world, must of necessity at some time or other come to corruption. Alteration, I should say, to speak truly and properly, but that I may be the better understood, I am content at this time to use that more common word. Now say I, if so be that this be both hurtful unto them, and yet unavoidable, would not, thinkest thou, the whole itself be in a sweet case, all the parts of it being subject to alteration, yea, and by their making itself fitted for corruption, as consisting of things different and contrary? And did nature then either of herself thus project and purpose the affliction and misery of her parts, and therefore of purpose so made them, not only that haply they might, but of necessity that they should fall into evil? Or did not she know what she did when she made them? For either of these two to say is equally absurd, but to let pass nature in general, and to reason of things particular according to their own particular natures, how absurd and ridiculous is it, first to say that all parts of the whole are, by their proper natural constitution, subject to alteration, and then when any such thing doth happen, as when one doth fall sick and dieth, to take on and wonder as though some strange thing had happened, though this besides might move not so grievously to take on when any such thing doth happen, that whatsoever is dissolved, it is dissolved into those things, whereof it was compounded.
Realize you cannot control everything or everyone, but you can control yourself, and that's even better. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. If you are in your 20s, many relationships will fail and not work, but function as learning exercises. Because of this, don't stress so much. It's all just practice until you're married. Focus your attention on creating the life you want, instead of distracting yourself from from your current life.
When you let go of the need to control, you will find freedom. Rumi.
There's more than one way, and you will discover that way by not acquiring. So it is not the more that you get, the faster you will go. It is the more you become, the quicker you will elevate. And so getting to the top of the mountain has more to do with becoming than acquiring. What is your mountain? What is your trial? Who is the giant standing in front of you? Name it and defeat it. The climb is just as important as the arrival. The top is the end game, but the process is what will make you. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of this world. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone, at the end of your ego and your insecurities. But when you come to the end of yourself and the beginning of the understanding of our world, why we are here and what is our purpose, then all of a sudden everything changes. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. The world is vast. Over 7.5 billion people walk the face of this planet. There is so much here. Creation, the antelope, the trees, the mountains,